have you ever wondered why there is so much architectural detail in the Bible? Have you read through, not like the popular parts, not the photogenic parts where Jesus is saying something inspiring, or there's a very obviously meaningful moment like you're crossing into the land of Canaan. I'm talking about the chapters and chapters and chapters outlining the details of how you're going to build the tabernacle or how you're going to build the temple. Just detail. This thing needs to be on the right-hand side of that, and this needs to be a cedar, and this needs to be, oak. Why is God using up pages telling us about that? It's because the house is you. It's talking about your mind. Secrets of Heaven 7847. The reason why the doorposts and lintel have this meaning, and this is talking about the Passover ritual. It doesn't matter for this context. I just want to show you an instance. Is that the house means the actual person or his mind, and the parts forming the door mean the things that serve to lead into it. Oh, it's not because God is interested in doors. The universe does not exist so that doors can have a happy life. People are the ones that need to get happy. Why are we talking so much about doors? It's because there's a door into you, right? There are doorposts. All these parts reflect something in this chaotic state. So if I'm sitting here early, as I was complaining about earlier, saying, well, I don't really like being in this part of the world. Why? Because of how it makes me feel. Because of how it makes me think. Well, we got to educate ourselves on how to change the thinking and feeling. It's cheaper than that house that I was showing you. It's more accessible, and even if you get to that house, which is great, I hope you do, you're still going to be able to make yourself miserable if you don't get the home in the mind. Of the increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. Of the increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. So God, who is the ultimate cosmic mentor, parent, friend, this just like amazing relationship we get to have with God, and this ultimate designer and architect that knows how to make a happy life for us better and better, to increase and be better and better. Not only is it going to get to where there's peace, but it will never stop getting better. The increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. I think it was Dr. Jonathan Rose that first cued me into the significance of that passage. The increase, it's going to keep getting better forever. You think about if somebody told you right now, your life is going to get 5% better. 5% better, that's great. I don't know exactly how that would stack out, but maybe I'm a little healthier. Things are going a little bit better at work. Things are going a little bit better at home. The weather's a little bit better. The lawn mows itself just a little bit. Whatever it is, 5% better. That's exciting. It can seem like a concept when you think about your real life getting a little bit better. That's exciting. Now think about if somebody said your life is going to increase by 1% a day forever, that things are going to get better forever. Even though right now we're in these hills and valleys, the architect, the plan, the what are those things at the airport that like the moving sidewalks, I guess they're called? They just move you towards a destination. We're on the moving sidewalk that's going to where things get better forever. That's the view. That's the view that can be outside of our home of the mind if we work to put that in place, if we build our house looking at that. Your view can be a lot of things, and it's really, in some ways, up to us. What are we looking at when we have free time? What are we coming to pursue and believe and chase? It is possible for your view to be like the one we just saw. You can have this, regardless of what's going on right here around me, life is getting better forever. And that's what I'm looking at. That's even better than the ocean with the mountain. Although the ocean with the mountain may well be a picture of that. It's getting better forever. That's the view out front. That is location, location, location. There's a bit of your dream home right there. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 copper coins? And not one of them is forgotten before God. Okay, that's the lead-in. This is the roof. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Do not fear, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. When you feel forgotten, that's a very good correspondence. Just think about that. How many hairs do I have on my head? Right. Some of us have less hairs than we used to on our heads. How many are up there? Fine. It could be anything. It could be how many cells are in my arm. God knows. And that is an indicator that has within it just how safe we actually are. And if you have Jesus Christ coming, and this is God saying, hey, I've got a couple of years to talk to you. I just got a couple of years to talk to you before I'm going to get crucified. And yeah, I'll be in heaven, but I won't be able to be really direct. There's only a few things that Jesus says, and one of them is, relax. I know exactly how many hairs are on your head. I know everything about you. You are not getting caught in the gears of some unfeeling giant cosmic machine. You understand that? That's a roof. It doesn't matter. Category 5 is not getting through that roof. So that's the foundation. So how would this look if I have my home and the foundation of my home is that? My home is my mind. So let's say I walk into this room, and when I walk into a space, instead of just the automatic, well, are you going to do this, or remember this thing that happened, whatever your chatter is, if I say, well, in my home, when I walk into this room, the first thing I do is think about, how can I love God and love the neighbor in this room? When I go into my actions, how do I love God, love the neighbor? And what that does is that brings you into this space. You remember at the beginning I was saying, I like being here. Because what's in this space is we're thinking about the great commandments when we're here. That's what defines this space. So you can make that your home. We have the ability to move and get there, but it takes saying, well, a house doesn't build itself. But if you know what it is, it's just work. You can just put the work in. We know our foundation, which is to love God and love the neighbor. Oh yeah, if we'd put it into our low context. Foundation is love the Lord, love your neighbor. The roof is your hairs of your head being numbered. The view is of the increase of his government and peace. There will be no end. You can fill in the middle. We're not going to do it here. You can switch those around. It's your dream house, which is actually God's dream house for you that he's building through you. But this is the way life can be. It doesn't have to be that you're just living where you are. You can move. So your mind can become this dream home. And I would say that if you don't get that dream home inside you, any other dream home you get physically, it's not gonna do what you want it to do. That picture that we were having before, of you look at that house and you think, wow, would it be great to live there? It would be great to live in what that represents, which is heaven. And heaven is composed of these things that we just discussed. So if you can get that stuff to function together, the thing that makes your house a home is that you live there. So if we can live there, that is when you start to, the promise that you feel looking at a really awesome house comes to life. That it's actually, you can have a better home in there. And then that home, as Bob Marley said, is in your head. So you take it wherever you go, because we're not always going to get to choose where we are in life. And there's times when we need to be somewhere that's dark and cold because we need to bring some light into it. We need to learn something. Who knows? But doesn't mean we can't be building our home there. doesn't mean we can't already have that view in front of us, regardless of where we are physically, relationally, everything like that. So I would say your mind can be the home of your dreams, and we got the building materials. So can I visit? We do Airbnb or something? I'd love to come and visit once you get that thing built.